The deadly rampage near the campus of UC Santa Barbara that left 7 people dead has ignited a flurry of new gun control legislation at the state capitol.
I think it's frightening when you read his manifesto and what his intentions were.
Lawmakers are rushing now to pass new gun control and mental health bills in the wake of the killing spree.
New tonight, CBS 13's Steve Large spoke with a Turlock father whose daughter was targeted but survived the college town rampage.
Elliot Rogers' alleged rampage is hitting this Turlock home particularly hard. It's the family home of a UCSB student who happened to be in the very sorority Roger was targeting in his manifesto. Only her father isn't sure any new state laws will help protect her more.
Couldn't imagine being a parent that lost their child, and but then again, when you read the manifesto and see what his intentions were, you could easily see yourself being in that position, and I think that's the most frightening part.
Bill Anderson's daughter is okay, and so are all the members of the sorority. Elliot Roger wrote in his manifesto he stalked and planned to massacre.
Fortunately for the girls at the house, apparently, they didn't answer the door, which is really what saved them.
Instead, Roger allegedly went on a rampage in his own apartment and on the Isla Vista streets using guns, knives, and his car as deadly weapons.
How do we stop this before it happens? This was a young man whose mental illness was right out there on YouTube and right out there on Facebook and in screeds that he posted on blogs.
State lawmakers pointed to Rogers' ability to convince deputies a month earlier during a welfare check he was okay, are proposing new sweeping rules to keep the mentally ill away from guns. Rules ranging from increased officer training to allowing gun searches during welfare checks and granting family and friend requests for gun violence restraining orders. Gun rights activists are warning of politics at play.
We don't want emotion to drive our legislation or our determinations. We want it to be the facts.
Anderson is a gun owner himself. Even his daughter's close call hasn't changed his stance on gun laws.
Gun violence, or guns are, more of a weapon of convenience in a sense, and I don't think necessarily that's going to solve the problems.
What's the appropriate response to a violent rampage? For this dad, the only certainty is how grateful he is. He gets to see his girl again.
If you knew my daughter, she's like the most kind person with the biggest heart, and so, I'd be very happy to see her.
If these proposals become law, California would become the first state in the nation with a gun violence restraining order system.
The new legislation will go to the Senate Public Safety and Judiciary Committees as early as next week.